tobacco. In our tradition, our ancestors used to smoke it whenever they had problems, and these problems would cease. That's how we do it. The type of people that come here, some are married women, and then the prostitutes that I live with. They smoke it when looking for customers that can buy them. Sometimes they get them, and those that fail get back and resettle. For the number, I have about 50. Some work during the day, they are in Kisenyi, and also at the channel.
Prostitution has been hard to eradicate. Could it be legalized to ensure that the industry is properly regulated and rights of the stakeholders guaranteed?
For me, I'm saying, let us regulate prostitution. You know, that's the middle line between legalizing, because you cannot legalize prostitution now. The society is terrible. You cannot ban it, because effectively, even where we have provisions banning it, it is still going on. We cannot regulate it. To say, those who must do it then, it must be done this way. 1, no children. 2, you must be recognized. 3, you must be registered. You know, let us see these people who are too shy, who are not shy at all to do prostitution. Go to that Department of Gender, get documents to guide you on how to do it and where to do it.
There is also the contradiction between traditional and Western ways of life. The younger generation is trapped between these two extremes.
In the lower grades, what they read and watch is based on Western culture. But they grow up under an Ethiopian environment. This creates a conflict.
Pornography and the media play some negative role. The growing importance of the internet has exacerbated the problem. More and more children watch pornographic movies over the internet unsupervised. Most of the media outlets are preoccupied with making money than ensuring morals.
What we are basically doing is we have 2 programs, and one of those programs, the media campaign, is targeting this issue from home. For instance, we have community events. So at this point, we've been creating a dialogue with the communities.
Unfortunately, the sex exploitation and abuse of young girls is encouraged by the indifference found in many communities. And failure to recognize an abuse is a serious social vice that has to be penalized.
If they begin to talk about, begin to let people know that it's something they do not have to hide, or I think we should go further than just saying she was sexually abused. We need to tell people that come out and talk about these things, come out and let us know so that you can be helped. So I think the media has a big role in, in showing people that 1, they need to be helped. 2, they should not be embarrassed in the sense that they should not tell anyone. They should come out with it so that other people can be helped as well.
The expected impact of this film is to call for specific action in terms of addressing any policy gaps, the implementation of already good existing policies, but also seek to work with the media in bringing to the forefront these issues so that they are further analyzed, but also in building skills that enable the media to engage on issues about children and to prioritize them in terms of their reporting, but also in terms of directly engaging with the public.
Public awareness on children's rights needs to be intensified, but it should not clash with traditional norms. It should be based on a community participating approach.
Given the fact that at one time in our life we were children, and there are rights that made us what we are today, and our role is really to ensure that any child born, no matter to what type of family, we are saying that a child born must have a right to live.
So in most of African countries, we should have a child protection system, which will include all data collection, universities, and what people working together to protect children when they are abused. So that's another P.
Most agencies seem to be underfunded.
This sector is terribly underfunded. We don't get even 1% of the national budget.
The the budget is not sufficient, definitely, because even we are not reaching the 15% allocation of the health budget, of the national budget to health has not reached there.
The defilers cause enormous problems to the victims, the family, and the country. What price should he or she pay? Is castration a solution?
If someone does something to my child, and it gets to this point, they should cut off his manhood so that he stops functioning.
What is there for defilement now is even worse than castration. It is death. In Uganda, if you sexually abuse a child below 12 years, you are liable to death. And you know what is happening? Because the punishment is seen as being too grave, people are fearing to report because they don't want to be the reason why people are killed. So there is a dynamic here that I think we need to understand, that the severity of the punishment is not necessarily the solution.
Of course, there are already debates that maybe hanging somebody is not punitive. I don't have any problem with that if it can become part of the punishment that can be meted out.
I wouldn't think that death to the culprit is the best solution, because we are supposed to correct.
Often the scars remain, even if the victims may show a semblance of recovery.
Maureen had a problem of trusting men, except her childhood friend.
I think our relationship has helped me to kind of like start trusting men. I used to tell him as we were growing up, I'll never get married. You know, each time he mentioned about marriage or boyfriend or whatever, I would tell him, I'm not going to get married. I hate men apart from you.
How about rehabilitation? Does it have any effect?
We take them through a series of prevention, a series of rehabilitation, counseling, until we reach a stage where we feel that young people are in a position to stand on their own, or they have overcome that problem which have been affecting them.
A therapy, because they have been with so many problems, but when you are dancing and singing, some can tend to forget his or her past problems.
I hate men. Even when you pass by me, I abuse you when you have not done any harm to me, because what I went through was enough. Now I used to be at UYDL. Students and teachers would ask me why I do not like men, because I would even abuse my male teachers. Me, even a young boy, if I realize that he is a boy, I recount, oh, I hate men.
As a gynecologist, we see a lot of women who suffer from defilement. And I think that it is one of the worst things that can happen to someone. It takes away all of your rights, your power. Many women wind up with feelings of self-doubt that last their entire life.
This psychological problem is for whole life.
It hurts you more than it hurts the people who hurt you, because every time they don't even know that you're hurting. But if the quicker you release it, the more normal you live a life. You know, you live a normal life if you just release the people that did all these bad things to you.
And by the time you see me here today, I'm a completely different person. And I chose to use my story, especially after working with children.
What ought to be done?
Need to organize a march. We need to organize a march, just as Timothy was saying. We need to come out and march, not to march when it is the forest, not to march when it is the MP, not to march when they have stolen the votes. No, we need to march because this is the next generation. If all of them are raped, if all of them are infected with HIV, what will the next generation look like?
As far as the issue of sexual abuse is concerned, it's not only one party that should really struggle to solve the problem. It is a problem that needs everybody.
The report on Ethiopia, Uganda, Kenya and Tanzania indicate that a very large number of children are sexually abused and exploited. The effects of these crimes have far-reaching consequences, not only on the children, but also on the countries.
I would say in a nutshell, all stakeholders who have the duty of care and who have the responsibility of taking care of children should take care of the children. Because when you turn violent towards the child, then you are teaching the child that it is okay to use force and to use its power over the powerless.
We are your children, the future belongs to us. We are your children, the future belongs to us. We are your children, the future belongs to us. We are your children, the future belongs to us. We present ourselves to the future, the way we are, the way we are. We present ourselves to the future, the way we are, the way we are. It is our